Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I was brushing my teeth this morning and I was just thinking about all of these weird things that happened to me and have happened to me recently, such as getting asked on dates in coffee shops. So this is something you imagine in the movies, right? It's like romantic, it's old-fashioned, like there's a girl sitting in a coffee shop who starts talking to the boy next to her and then all of a sudden he's asking her on a date. This is something that I always imagined would happen, but I never actually thought would happen to me. And one day I went to a coffee shop and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like make eye contact with every boy that walks in here because like I want to go on a date, I want some romance in my life, and maybe if I make eye contact with every boy that comes in here, one of them will ask me on a date. And so like I made this decision and I looked up and there's this guy walking in and I like made eye contact and I like looked at him and he was like looking back at me and I was like, oh, that was weird. I looked down. And I was there for like a few hours doing homework. I saw this guy, he was like chatting, having some conversation with someone, eventually he left. And I was like, that was scary. It wasn't scary. I just like made eye contact with someone and hoped they would ask me on a date. Anyway, sitting there doing my homework and then he walks back in the coffee shop like 20 minutes after he left and I was like, why is he back? Like what's going on? So I don't even know what he said. Basically, he gave me his number and he was like, you know, if you'd ever be interested in going out, text me. And that just happened to me. He like came back to ask me on a date. Super weird. So that was the first instance in which I got asked on a date in a coffee shop. Super weird. Told all my friends and they were like, what the heck? I always wanted that to happen to me. And I'm like, no, you did. Once it happens to you, you don't want it. It's like not good. It's not that fun. Fast forward a few months. And I'm sitting in a coffee shop with my friend. And I was just working, and then I was just like, this guy came sat next to me. He's like, okay, is anyone sitting there? I was like, no, go for it. You can sit there. So doing my homework, started sketching some stuff for my project. Started sketching, and then like he's like, oh, did you just draw that in 2 seconds? And it was like, it was not that impressive. It was just like a jar. I was like, anyone could draw this in 2 seconds. And I was like, yeah, it's for my project. I'm doing a project, I have to design a label for this jar, whatever. I started chatting with him, like general questions. And he asked me on a date too. He asked me on a date. Second guy asked me on a date. I swear, like once it happens to you, it's not that great. Because then you are in this awkward situation where you're expected to go on a date with someone you literally don't know, and that's not fun. It's like anxiety inducing. Like, what if they don't like me? What if I don't like them? What if there's nothing to talk about? What if they're like a creeper? Usually, if they're asking you in a coffee shop, they're not. Fast forward, less than a week later, I go back to Boyertown. This was 2 days ago. And I get my kombucha, I sit down, I'm sitting there, and then this like guy walks in, and I'm like, oh, he's cute. And he comes over, and he's like, is anyone sitting next to you? And I was like, no, like, go for it. It's kind of cute. I was like, and then he's like, looks at me, he goes, you know, I'm so sorry, but this is the only pencil I have. It was this janky ass pencil. Like, this is the only pencil I have. I'm doing math. Can I borrow a pencil? And I was like, yeah, of course. Here's my pencil. It's a cute pink pencil. I want that pencil back. I'm like, oh, what you working on? Just making conversation. And then he's like, oh, from Venezuela. And I'm like, oh, like, why did you leave? He's like, oh, it's a long story, but I could tell you over coffee if you want. So that's how I got asked for the third time on a date in a coffee shop. And so now that my stories are over, I'm gonna give you guys some tips for if you would like to go on a date with someone that you see in a coffee shop. I don't think I did anything special, but like I'll tell you what I did. So it's for all you girls out there who think it'd be romantic. I will come back after this date and let you know how it actually went in reality, because men cannot always be trusted. Here's my tips and advice. The first thing that I always do, like I have a formula, it's only happened 3 times. The first thing that I do is eye contact. You need to make eye contact with them. And it doesn't need to be like this like creepy, like I'm staring at you. That's creepy. Don't stare at them. But like just, you know, be sitting there doing your work and then you can just like look up when they come in. There's nothing wrong with like making eye contact and looking away because you're shy. I don't know for sure because I'm not a guy, but I think they think that's cute. I think it kind of maybe lets you know that they think that you think they're cute. You don't gotta feel awkward about thinking someone's cute and then them kind of realizing it. It's just like this like confidence booster for them. That you might get asked on a date, which is a confidence booster for you. Just eye contact. That's my first tip. it shows like confidence, and a guy's more likely to ask you out if he doesn't think it's gonna make you uncomfortable. But if you're able to make eye contact, then it might show him that you're just like chilling, and he can like talk to you. My second piece of advice is, okay, so I don't know how to describe this, but like what I do is I'm kind of just like aware that they're there. So like if I'm sitting, I might make sure that I'm not like super deep in focus. Give yourself some breaks. Like you can like take your phone out and look at it. Like send a couple Snapchats, you know, text your friend, be like, yo, there's this cute boy next to me. I kind of hope he'll talk to me. Just like to show that you are doing work, but you're distractible. He's not gonna interrupt you too bad if he talks to you. Don't like hide it all. Like you can have it open so he can see what you're doing, because if he sees what you're doing, then he has something to ask you about to start a conversation. Use open body language maybe. My third piece of advice is this: just make conversation. So like if he talks to you, then like take that and like grab onto it and figure out how to keep that conversation going. You can even just look up questions on Google, be like, what are good questions to keep a conversation going, and just kind of have those in your head. So, like develop points of connection, and if he starts to get a little shy, he might be asking you out, and you can just say yes. You can always cancel later. There you have it. You got asked out. That's not to guarantee the date will happen. So what I did is he had my pencil and he's like, can I borrow this? And I was like, yeah, but I need it back, so we gotta get that coffee. And we're getting coffee today. I hate myself. I don't want to go. Step number 4. Can I do this? Step number 4. Just like if you have a chance, like secure the date, then might as well. You don't have anything to lose. You might never see him again in your entire life. So yeah, those are my 4 steps to getting asked out in a coffee shop. 1, make eye contact when you see them. 2, make eye contact when you see them. 2, make yourself open and available to conversation, distractible. 3, grab hold to your conversation and keep it going. Easy questions that you have in the back of your mind to ask him about. And 4, secure that by getting his number or setting a time. I hope that these tips help all of you girls who would really like to get asked on a date in a coffee shop. I don't think this is really something you can have a formula for, but that's all I can say. You know, worked for me. And check back later to see how this date actually goes. Alright everyone, I'm on my way to a side date. Super gross because I've been working and going to school all day, but I'm gonna let you guys know how this goes. This was a coffee shop date. I've had a shot and a half. I got scammed. I'm not about this. Okay, so basically what happened was I've had 1.5 shots right now. It shouldn't be affecting me so much. We were at cute coffee shop. Actually, I can show you. It's that coffee shop. We were right there. It was super nice. Shit, I like feel like he is following me. He's probably not. And then he goes, oh, do you want to go get drinks? And I go to fucking Blarney's because he's not 21. And he gets his tequila shots. So I've had 1.5 shots. I told you that. I didn't drink the whole other one because I gotta fucking drive tonight. Like, wait, you have something in your eye. Close it. So close your eyes so I can blow it. I said I wasn't making out with any strangers tonight. Allie, godsend. I love you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Texted me to say her pipes were leaking. I'm super grateful. So, like, I'm currently in the lovely Allie's apartment. Not her apartment. Whatever. I'm at my friend's house. I went on the date. I'm journaling right now, and this is my journal entry. I'll just tell it to you right now. I got tricked on going on a date with a boy who just wanted to make out in Blarney's, so I think I'm gonna date girls now. Okay, for real. Like, I should have seen this coming. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Yeah, some Venezuelan guy, right? First off, was not as cute in person as I remembered. So it's an L from the beginning. He was really fun to talk to, and he was really smart. But then he's like, oh, I want to get a drink? And I'm like, yeah, I like alcohol, especially when people buy it for me, so sure. Turns out he's not 21, and the only bar he can get into is Blarney's. So we went to Blarney's, took 1.5 tequila shots, and then he was like, oh, close your eyes, there's something in them. I was like, bitch, I know when there's something in my eyes because I feel it. Okay, so I closed my eyes, and he kissed me! Unprecedented. Unasked for. I did not want that. So like the bathroom was like, Allie, get me out of this. I don't care how you get me out of this, but I need you to be getting out of this. So she literally texted me and goes, my ceiling's leaking. Bitch, it's the middle of January. Wait, February? It's the middle of February. Your ceiling is frozen. But I was like, oh shoot, I'm sorry, my friend's ceiling is leaking. I gotta go. And he's like, wait, you're really gonna go? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. My friend's ceiling is leaking. Gotta go. Anyways, this is the takeaway, right? Getting asked out in a coffee shop is super romantic and cute and sweet and something you see in movies. But it kind of sucks when it happens in real life because boys at this university are not to be trusted. May I say it again, not to be trusted. I don't know how you can prevent this from happening. Probably just don't date, or like date someone that you know already. Just don't go on dates with people you meet in coffee shops. That's about all I have to say. Date? Bad. I feel like my self-esteem is boosted though, so whatever. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy this, and good luck out there. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe below. Okay, bye.